If only I had ignored the sound behind that door, if only I had walked away, because the moment I opened it, something followed me out. And ever since that night, I have never been alone. Thomas said to himself full of regrets. Once upon a time in a village, there was one rule everyone knew, a rule no one dared to break: never open a door you hear knocking, after midnight. They said it wasn't a person, they said it wasn't even human, but Thomas didn't believe them. Thomas thought it was just another story, something elders say to scare children. Thomas was wrong. It started on a quiet night, the kind of night where even the wind refuses to blow, and the silence feels heavy. Thomas was alone in the house, his parents had traveled, and their neighbors lived far enough that no one would hear him if he called. That's when Thomas heard it. Knock, knock, knock. Slow. Gentle. Almost polite. Thomas froze. At first, he thought it was just his imagination. But then it came again. Knock, knock, knock. His heart started racing. Who would visit at that hour? It was past midnight. No one in the village moved around at that time. No one, except, no. Thomas shook the thought away. It's probably nothing, he whispered to himself. But deep down, he knew something wasn't right. Then he heard it, a soft, familiar voice calling his name. Open the door. Thomas' blood ran cold, because he recognized that voice. It sounded exactly like his mother's, but that made no sense. She wasn't home, she couldn't be, and that's when Thomas remembered the warning. They will call you in a voice you trust. Thomas' body screamed at him to stay away, to hide, to ignore it, but the voice kept calling, softer now, weaker. Please, let me in. Thomas hesitated, just for a moment, then he made the worst mistake of his life. He walked to the door, his hands trembled as he reached for the handle. Just one look, he told himself. Slowly. He opened it, but there was no one there, just darkness, thick, unnatural. Darkness. The kind that doesn't belong to this world. And then it moved, something stepped forward from the shadows, tall, too tall. Its face was wrong, not human, but it was smiling. Thomas slammed the door shut, but it was too late because he felt it right behind him, breathing, watching, waiting. That night, Thomas didn't sleep, and the next morning everything changed. Doors started opening on their own. Whispers followed him everywhere, and every night at exactly midnight he hear it again. But now, it doesn't knock from outside anymore. It knocks from inside his house and sometime from inside his room. And last night, Thomas heard it from right behind him. Open the door, but there is no door behind him, only a wall and something trying to come through. Moral: obedient is better than making a foolish sacrifice. If you hear a knock tonight, no matter how familiar the voice sounds, don't open it. Because some things are just waiting for permission.